Fuck you, Heath. First of all. Anyway, now that I've been picked, and I really hope that Heath's recording didn't hear me go, oh, pick me, pick me, pick me.
No, I didn't record yet. at that point.
Uh.
I recorded when you said fuck you, but yeah.
Okay, good. We're off to a pleasant start. Anyway, so last week on the Adventures of the Astral Crusade, the session started off and we're sort of dealing with the fallout from the mind fire plague that is going on aboard the ship. We're dealing sort of with the fallout of that, and some, all sort of split off due to the quarantine, gathering our own information and in, ways that work for us individually. After a conversation between Crane and Zevi, where Zevi reveals something that the spirits had told her, with Racilia definitely not eavesdropping. We decide, as a collective, and by we I mean Racilia and Crane, decide that the best course of action is to have a meeting with everybody. On the way to collect some people for the meeting, Racilia teleports and has a little whoopsie doopsie, one would say, and teleports an entire tavern into Lux and Crane's rooms.
As you do.
As one does, really,
As one
truly. Truly, it's happened to the best of us. No one is at fault at all.
No.
Could have happened to anyone, truly.
I saved lives.
No, you did not. Storm, I'm not listening to you rationalize your shitty decisions in 2 games. You piled 200 corpses on me last night.
We got 150 gold. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I
I
will
made
kill
money.
you. I will smell like dead for months.
Small price to pay for 150 gold.
How does it make you feel? How does it make you feel to know that Storm pimped you out to 200 corpses for 150 gold?
Reasonable.
Why did you have to word it in the grossest way possible? Now I'm gonna have to roll a Constitution save in real life or throw up. Anyway, minor tangent aside, after some, conversations and a little bit longer than maybe anticipated to get everyone together, we have our emergency meeting and our conversation, during which a couple of interesting things of note happen. I'm gonna do this in no particular order. Atlas mentions that he is tired of everyone fucking around, and thus endangering the mission goals and lives of people aboard the ship, with reckless actions and otherwise lack of critical thought before taking said actions. Halsh takes absolutely no accountability for the fact that his transgressions aboard the ship of the Synesthesia Guild got many people sick. Zevi yells a lot at a lot of different people, including but not limited to the aforementioned Talsh, who, in the heat of an argument, says that genocided. The captain sort of echoes Atlas's concern for the lack of precautionary measures taken by the group as a whole. Racilia apologizes for her carelessness. Telsh does not. I think I covered all that up. Any questions? Excellent. Anyway, floor is yours, DM.
Okay, so you all arrive to this next nodule, and as you all kind of cross through onto the other end, entering through, you all find yourselves basically like in the midst of hovering over what would appear to be Krythos, but still currently like riding along the edge of the solar rail. And as you do, the voice of the captain kind of begins to echo out amongst the just the speaker system of the ship itself, as you hear him say the following. All right, everybody, we made it to the we made it safely to the nodule thanks to the efforts of Racilia and the rest of the crew working overtime. Appreciated. We are currently going to be skipping over Krythos for now. The conditions of the planet itself aren't, well, are barely hospitable enough as it is for the way that we are currently. I fear that the hot weather is just going to make our stint a bit more miserable. So, and he lets out a few series of hacking coughs, like in the middle of this, before continuing. We're going one planet over to somewhere more hospitable to look for medical attention, and then we will return to Krathos. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Oh my god. Sorry, I just saw that. And you guys are going to take an additional, I would say, 7 to 8 hours at the beginning of this next day to basically continue along, going past Krythos on the solar rail, to make your way towards the next hospitable planet, which...
Rush, please immediately check DMs. Sorry, really important.
Mhm. That is on this nodule, isn't it? Or was it one node down?
I don't know, that's why I'm asking.
I think it was next node down. Not, yeah. I think it was one more full node to go. So there's a couple planets per nodule, so you guys aren't like moving on to the next node. You're just going to another planet within this particular like circle. So in that case, you all, after your 7-hour kind of push further into the node, you all arrive on a planet known as Viridia. I will put that in the session notes channel.
Yippee!
And Viridia appears to be like a very more much more metropolitan planet. I'd say it's almost like it's probably the closest planet you all have gotten to Venrathos since your journey began, kind of. It's a bit more. It's a bit more scientifically advanced than Venrathos was, seeing as how Venrathos is still pretty much a kind of in more of like the steampunk-esque era. This planet is a bit more spacefaring, but is still split up into various continents and also various factions and tribes as well. But you all are kind of greeted by, like, if you guys were like, actually the captain would have hailed their arrival through the comms once they were checked by the kind of like outward patrols, like spacefaring patrols, and from a few of their kind of like wild space what's the word I'm looking for here? Kind of just like guardians, I suppose. And then kind of like hailing and giving like their very specific set of circumstances from the captain. They ensure themselves to not come aboard, as they usually do, to just kind of like make an assessment of those that are coming aboard their or stalking into their planet. There's like some negotiation that is kind of behind the scenes between the captain and the various delegates of the planet below in Viridia. But eventually, the captain is able to broker a deal. Sorry, putting something in the channel. Okay, there we go. After that, there's like an escort of like I would say like 2 fighter vessels that come alongside the ship, and direct the ship to go down planet side, towards one of the more larger cities in the area, and upon kind of touching down, there is like after about, I'd say, like 5 to 10 minutes, there is a full crew of like very extravagantly dressed like doctors in like full hazmat attire, that begin to approach the ship and ask the captain for permission to board. And upon being given permission to, they begin to like make their way onto the ship and into the quarantine areas. And that is where we will pick up currently. So as the ship is being boarded, what would everyone like to be doing during this time?
Start at the top, work our way down.
Sure. In that case, we will start with Atlas.
Always me. Hold on, let me fix something
I
here.
always go in alphabetical order. It's just easier.
I know, let me fix something here real quick.
Start
That's
from
the way
way
it's
down
ordered.
and go up.
It's
There,
not
there you
the
go. It's
bottom.
Crane's up at the
Atlas.
top now. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. All right. Well, Crane. All right.
What is there to do? Like, what can we help? Like,
Yeah.
are we
If you feel like there's anything that you could do to help with this, or like for example, Crane. Actually, they would approach both you and Talsh, I'd say, because you two were kind of like the ground zero for this to happen.
I have a suggestion. Change your name to Z Crane and then let Heath go first.
Technically, Josh is at the top of that point, but yeah.
Josh, you go first.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
Look, I'll go
for
first
sure.
if you guys want me to. I was just trying to get his orders so we just didn't stand around saying nothing for 20 minutes.
But if you're trying to like relay information to kind of better help with this process, let me go ahead.
I mean,
really
yeah, she can like
quickly.
tell them what she knows.
Sure. Give me a I will let you make either a history check or a medicine check for this.
I know which one they're picking.
uh,
13? Okay, that's not terrible. You're able to give like a very like rudimentary like process of events for this. You notice that like two of the people that are interviewing Ukraine kind of like as you're speaking like begin to like murmur back and forth between themselves as they're like jotting things down on a on a various set of like sheets on a clipboard. You're able to give like a very thorough account of what had happened.
I was there.
And you feel like the information actually was of value to these two as um
Okay.
they keep you for about like I'd say like 15-20 minutes getting like a very thorough account. um
Mhm.
and upon like the realization that this is a more of a spell-based contagion, you see that like one of them like grabs like something like a walkie-talkie and begins to like relay the information over to what you overhear to be kind of like their spell-based contagion or their spell-based basically like coalition of doctors to help with this particular thing. um you can kind of tell that like the other end of the line is a bit more excited because they don't really get a lot of opportunities to work on a case that's this unique. But you would see like later on that like after they're called, there's like a all of these people approached in like sort of like these white hazmat suits. There's another group that then boards that are wearing like these more like sharp neon like bluish hazmat suits that then begin to board the ship after a little bit as well. But moving right along, that would bring us to Lux.
Lux not be able to do a lot with though, considering Maya and Micah got sick. Lux probably spent most of his time trying to talk and comfort Maya, honestly.
Yeah, so she's she's a little bit beside herself, trying to, cope with the fact that, her brother isn't looking very, very hot, especially. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, is he dead? Oh, fuck, wait.
No, he didn't die. You said he was critical.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you said
Yeah.
last time, but
So unless you
Yeah, but
changed
then
it in the last...
but then I
unless he's
rolled.
died since then.
But no. But then didn't I roll for how many critical people died?
You roll, yeah, but he wasn't part
Yeah,
of them. You
Or-
rolled,
Yeah,
and
that
you,
was-
He
you
wasn't
rolled for
part
it
of
was
that.
the original roll was the no name deaths, and then you rolled how many criticals, and that was
right.
Yeah,
Okay.
he didn't die.
No.
He was
No,
critical
that's right. Okay. He is critical. He is critical.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. So. Okay. So. Yeah. Sorry. So yeah, you said you were comforting. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check just to see
Go
how
goody.
consolable she is. Yeah.
This is going to be great because we all know Lux is the best person to console
Yeah,
people.
the most personable person. Yeah. Okay. 12. Okay.
At least he's decent. At least he's being normally human.
Yeah. Lux, you can tell that like Mia there is very much like at the very least like appreciative of just your presence overall, I'd say. Obviously she can't be in the same
You know what?
room or
Because
quantum zone
I
as her
think we
brother.
established mind fire doesn't affect animals. Otherwise, the whole ship would be dead by now.
Yeah, yeah.
He
They're
would
not.
probably. So to give himself a little extra boost to make her feel better, he would send in Gargonzola under his control and speaking with his magical abilities now to help entertain her as best he can.
Mhm. That makes sense. She is appreciative. You can tell that she wants to pay more attention, but because of the whole situation, uh, she seems just very distracted overall. But she does offer her thanks to you, Lux, quite a few times throughout this process. Um, and if that is all that you would like to do,
Hey, literally nothing else
I
Lux is
will.
capable of in this situation.
That is fair. Racilia.
She'd probably be in the engine room still with, I don't know if Matara and Kiba would be there, but she'd be trying to still work on things down there.
Matara would still be there. Sadly, at this point, actually, no, it'd be the other way around. Gibo actually is completely safe, because his suit actually is completely designed to counteract this fucking plague. So he's actually safe.
Gibo.
Matara actually is a little under the weather. But yeah. So are you just doing like just general maintenance on the ship, or
Repairs and maintenance, yeah,
repairs and maintenance?
because she fucking
Mhm.
wrecked. Well, didn't wreck the engine, but it's not
The
too
engines are
great.
damaged.
Yes, that is true. Yeah, go ahead and make me a Tinker's Tools check. Sorry.
Uh,
He's tinkering.
I'm tinkering.
He is indeed tinkering. Yeah, with the 25, you're definitely able to begin the repair process fairly well. The amount of damage the engine sustained being pushed this hard over the past, like, I think it was like what, a week travel
Yeah, I
time
think it was 8 days
um
total.
total. Yeah. So it's definitely starting to show. Um, but you're able to at least the biggest problem was that the engine was beginning to overheat by quite a bit. But being docked and with the combination of just um, counteractive measures from your and Gibo's end there, Racilia, you are able to successfully get the engine cooled off. And so that you can actually even begin the repair process in general. But the first of many big steps has been taken, and the engine is stable, at least for now. Moving on then to Tolsh.
I imagine he's still ensuring as many people survive as possible.
Yeah. You can work alongside the people that have now boarded the ship. They would have come and asked you questions as well, hearing that like it kind of like started like the, you know, the beginning of it was from both you and Crane. So if you would like, you can go ahead and give me. If you're trying to help, I would say um, you can use either a medicine check, or you can expend a use of your like lay on hands to like uh begin like stabilizing people so that the doctors can come in and
Yeah, I expect
help
those
with the
lay on
rest of the
hands.
process. Okay. All right.
So
Works for
just
me.
a unit of 5 of it, I'm guessing.
Yeah. You're gonna be using a unit of 5 like per individual that they're like they would be starting with the people that were critical.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Um and that would bring us then to Zevi.
Staying right where she is.
Alrighty. If she's staying right as she is, I guess that loops us all the way back around to Atlas.
I'm flying the ship.
OMG, it's Atlas.
I'm
Well,
flying.
it's that.
It's Atlas.
I made you all go first just so I could say that I'm flying the ship.
He's
Congratulations,
flying the
man.
ship. Okay.
Make him go first every time.
Okay. I'm gonna do a few rolls in the background just to see how
Do you have
smooth
a
this
question
process
for
goes.
you, DM?
Hmm.
I do have a question for you.
Sure.
I DM'd you.
Oh.
Ignore the first thing I sent you. That's fine. Just
Hmm.
to focus on the second thing.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, let me do my background rolls and see how we're looking here. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Actually,
Let's
I
see.
have an addendum to my question.
Mm-hmm. What is the addendum to your question? Yes, you can. I don't see why not. Okay. Okay. All right. So, over the course of the next, let's say, 4 to 5 hours, there are kind of like these crews of these blue hazmated individuals that are coming like aboard and leaving the ship, kind of to represent like the ones that are like skilled enough and magically adept enough to come and use Greater Restoration on the worst of the ones on the ship. First, the ones that are in like the most critical condition. And those first 4 hours look pretty rough. Talsh, you're kind of like in the front lines with these individuals as they are like coming through, allowing you to stabilize with your lay on hands and then trying to cure with the best of their ability, using Greater Restoration on each. And sorry, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, sorry. Throughout, okay, I'm gonna roll one last thing here. Okay. During the spellcasting procedure, there are about, I would say, 3 individuals that were on the critical list that require a bit more intensive care, so they have to be shuttled back off the ship, actually, completely, and into like one of the nearby hospitals for a surgical procedure. But besides those 3, the rest of the ship is slowly over the course of the next 6 hours, as they have like waves of these doctors coming through and casting Greater Restoration. Oh boy, and this is where I have to. This is where I have to play American Healthcare Simulator and start to come up with a bill for this. How much does a scroll of Greater Restoration cost?
Greater Restoration?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's 100 diamonds off the bat, 100 gold of diamonds off the bat, and then it's a 5th level scroll.
Yeah.
So depending on how you rule your scrolling is kind of how that goes.
Do you need the diamonds if it's a scroll?
Yeah, you still need the components. It's part of the
okay.
scroll. Yeah. You don't.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. You have to have the diamonds to make the scroll.
I rarely play with scroll, so I didn't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually had that come up in my game. There's like, yeah, if you have the scroll, you had to have the diamonds to make the scroll. You don't need the diamonds to cast the scroll, though.
Okay, so it's 100 gold of diamonds per cast, but also, what's the level of the spell again? It's like
It's
So-
4th level.
it's a 4th. Yeah.
That's a 5th level, I thought.
It says 5th here.
Yeah,
Is it 5th? Oh,
yeah. There's a.
that was 12.
No, Greater Restoration is a powerful spell.
Guess it's 5th. Never mind. I was wrong.
It's okay, as long as you can admit it.
I'm not going off of sane prices because that's gonna be fucking insane.
Same prices are always. I mean, it's the labor cost of having someone cast a 5th level spell.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter. Surely Chiffon can just cover it anyway.
So, spell scrolls is okay. That's.
If you're running off of spell scrolls, that's different because they take time to make. But if it's running off of
The people who have the spell
Someone-
prepared, like doctors who can.
it's
Based
yeah,
off their
it's either
cast, yeah.
their service
Oh, okay. Actually, yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair.
because
Because
every
transcribing
day
the scroll actually it's different.
takes.
Yeah, because it takes
It's-
like 4
takes time.
weeks to make a scroll, but only a day to get your rest back in to cast the spell.
So they would have to have a bunch of people come on board the ship with Greater Resto, or have sorcerers who can turn their skill point, their
Only
slower
if
level
it's
spell
only
slots
divine
into-
sorcerers.
Only divine sorcerers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Basically, if they got sorcerer, they have to have clerics, bards, high level paladins, like level 20.
No, paladins don't get it.
Really? I thought they got the Greater Resto 5th.
They don't get Greater Resto because they already can cleanse with their lay on hands.
Greater
So it
Resto
doesn't-
does more than cleansing, though. That's lesser Resto.
I know Greater Resto clears curses, but like lay on hands can still cure diseases. Just
No,
off
like
rip and
Greater
stuff.
Resto does a lot more, though, because it cures a lot of other conditions. Like, it doesn't
Yeah,
just
but
do...
higher level paladins can cleanse effects.
I don't think they can. Unless something's changed, I don't know. I didn't think they had the ability to cleanse effects.
It's cleansing touch. It's only spells though, but it's a 14th level paladin, and they can just. Which contagion is a spell, so.
So, but it's either 14th level paladin. We're still talking crazy
It's
high
14th
level.
level.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 14th level paladin.
It's a little better than the 17th level for 5th level. But yeah, okay, fair enough. But yeah, artificers, bard, cleric, or druid. They're the 4 classes that have greater resto. And
Okay.
And rangers,
Sorry,
apparently.
finished. And rangers. So
and halflings with the mark
gonna-
of healing.
I'm gonna
Cool.
rule it
Maybe
as
we
it's
let Josh
400,
DM now.
Sorry.
450 gold per cast is what I'm gonna rule it as.
That sounds about right.
So 450 gold per cast times 100-ish members affected, roughly in the ballpark of 45,000 gold pieces, roughly for this.
400.
No, not 450, 45,000. 45,000.
Yeah. I'm about to say. Yeah.
100 people? I thought our ship only could hold 55.
No, the ship could definitely hold 100.
Wait,
You
did
guys
we
were hitting max capacity, and you guys roughly had 100-ish on board already, with the general crew at least, plus you guys, plus.
Well, we gotta
people
get the
that brought
people
on.
infected, right?
Yeah, and it was about. Oh wait, no, that's right. It was only about 75%. There was like 25% that weren't. Okay, let's times it by 75 then. Hold on.
And 5 people died.
Oh, that actually is true. So times it by 70. Okay.
Discount.
31,500.
Yeah.
15,
Regardless, what the
nearly 15. Nearly 15.
The party
credits.
doesn't have that money. What the fuck do we do about that?
Okay, well, the first thing is we need to get any party members cured. And
That's
any
true.
essential personnel cured. Anybody that's not essential, we don't have to
What?
cure. Immediately,
What?
we just. Hey, stop
well-
laughing. Listen.
would
We
ass-
don't.
Go ahead.
We don't cure them immediately. We just keep them quarantined and looked after. Then we can look at how we're going to get the amount of money that we still need to get the rest of them cured.
I
Um,
assume that we take
Like-
care of the people who are critical first, then the party, then the.
Yeah, then we can figure out the
important
rest when we
NPC.
got time. They might have jobs for us to do to pay off this massive debt.
Hey, Josh, could you read my message real quick?
Mm-hmm.
tell them
It
no.
says "fuck you" in all caps.
Well, who's all critical? We got what, 5 critical people?
Because, I mean, I'm wearing exactly what I need, and I have a landed low noble of the family here, if not as myself.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. But my question to that would be, how would the money get transferred?
My chest, I
In a-
imagine.
His prison
I-
pocket.
I mean, but
That's
most of
that's
your
a matter for
family-
that's a matter for collections.
That's
Do you take
well, that's kind of still
PayPal?
very important. Okay, so I had an idea. For this specifically. Is that since this is a matter of emergency, what Zhufang would do was offer to basically pay it off now, but then the price would get added onto your ship, onto like your the next ship that you plan to get.
I don't know.
Since you already kind of have to like work up enough to get there initially, basically it would be like oh, I can cover all this now, and you'll just pay me back when you guys want the ship that you're working on done.
Is there any way to negotiate cost?
Someone has never worked the
Or,
American healthcare system.
With your charisma, Racelia, absolutely
I'm not.
You're not allowed to
I
talk
don't
to
know
them at
why
all.
you would think I would fucking do the talking, even though she
I
would.
do-
even though she would.
The party, looking with terror as Ray starts walking up to the clerk.
Just tackles her to the ground.
But like, I don't know, jobs and stuff that possibly need or anything that could be done in terms of cutting costs.
So, I'm gonna warn you now, the amount of gold you all are going to need to cover this is
I
gonna be
know.
way more than you could, like, in one reasonable
Hey.
stay. Like, you would have to stay here for months in order to work this off.
I'm well aware.
Is there
I'm
any...
just wondering if there's.
Well, no.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say... Okay, like, I don't know how dangerous an area is. Is there a high-paying job that the government might need a group of reckless adventurers for to pay off massive debt?
I don't think it'd be something that we could handle. It'd be have to.
My guy
Yeah,
wants
you-
to join the fucking suicide squad to pay off our medical debt. Shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
you guys at this point. Wait, hold on.
What if we enter a ton of predatory loans from loan sharks on the planet and then leave?
Oh, right, of course.
How about
Probably
you know what?
deputy
You know
talk.
what, guys?
It's not. It's not.
You know,
it's
no,
not
I
enough
got
that
it.
You guys met a
I
literal
got.
loan
Is
shark
there
one
is
note
there
back.
is there an actual or is this got a city with a rich district?
We'll give Lux 20 minutes.
You're
Yeah,
not
gotta
gonna,
give-
you're not gonna steal.
30,000
had
gold
this-
is a lot to steal.
We
You guys
had
are
this
also-
conversation last week.
You guys are also forgetting that we have the volcano planet with a whole ass armory on it to hit.
That is true.
How far away is that?
Seems
That was
no.
back.
8 hours back. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yes.
I want to do something. Sorry.
I'm gonna DM you something too, just because I keep feeling left out with all these people DMing
I'm
you.
also gonna DM something to you
Okay.
too.
Well,
Yeah,
great.
well.
Thank you.
We might as well.
There you go. I DM'd you.
Oh, thank you.
DMs.
There you go.
Is that the aisle
I-
just modded?
The aisle.
You know what, Storm? I'm
Okay.
gonna DM you.
Oh boy.
I feel like this is the party right now. Just
Oh,
Oh,
mine
okay.
camp. Why would you put that in here?
Oh.
That's crazy,
Ah,
Eric. coming from you.
man, this video's gonna get flagged for him again.
Oh no, not again.
Really fun bit. Can we play the game? I just wanted to message him something really quick, but
Yeah, we were waiting.
yeah, and I did, but now he's so distracted by whatever bullshit you idiots sent him. He's ADHD,
Literally
You
nothing.
can't do this to him.
Literally nothing.
wait.
But it's funny.
I have a way that might be. Oh, God, I was just wondering. Nah, it won't help. But like,
The crumbling and rise of an idea in like
What?
3
no.
seconds.
I just
guys?
realized it's like I do have my spell storing ring, which technically could store the spells of Great Arresto, but that is a net gain of nothing. That would have to be done in advance.
Yeah, that doesn't do anything.
Could you tack on another 4 of those for my little friend here?
We're level 5.
You're level 5. Okay, never mind. That idea that I had is probably not a good idea. Yeah, just go in and raid Adult Red Dragon's cavern real quick. You'll make the money back.
It's
sure.
okay, I can one-shot it.
I got the. You know what? I got. If as long as we attack it from like a couple miles away, I could use the foe crusher air or just make it vanish.
It's got to not see that coming.
I was gonna
and
say,
not
that's
move
a-
out of the way.
It's a
We can just have a
very
conversation.
unaware dragon.
Carly, noted for what you said, by the way.
Thank you.
What's this
Uh,
comically large arrow coming at me? Oh no!
We just talked to it so it turns its back towards the arrow and doesn't see it.
Yeah.
I don't hear
surely.
it.
No.
No.
We can have it like
Yeah, you won't
listen to some
hear it
music.
breaking the sound barrier.
No, we just gotta like put up a bunch of like bubbles of silence on the way there. So.
What's that noise?
Just
Oh,
attach
that's
it to
just
the
Roll
arrow.
Bill.
Surely it's the wind. Anyway, sorry. Okay, so
It's okay, we'll just accept the debt. I don't think we can
you'll
do
just accept
anything.
that.
Go ahead.
I mean, what other choice do we have?
Is he gonna charge interest?
Juvong? Or them?
Yeah.
I feel like he'd be a
No.
pretty bad merchant king if
No,
he didn't.
Juvong wouldn't charge interest.
Because Jufang is paying the cost, but then we're paying Jufang back.
Yeah.
So funny how Eric's brain works, because instead of calling Zhufang the trade prince that he is, fucking Eric just called him the merchant king. You were so close yet so fucking wrong. That's crazy.
Hey, look. If I said that at any other point, you'd have known exactly what I'm talking about.
Maybe he is the
So
merchant
crazy.
king.
It's so crazy that you managed to get both words wrong. But yet the like vibe was so there.
He's gonna
Yeah,
be
I've just made it. I made an NPC who's Zhufang adjacent.
Jufang adjacent.
I think Trade King just doesn't go well, or neither does Merchant Prince.
Oh boy.
Okay, so
So
we
you guys
accept
aren't
the
you guys
debt.
are not okay. You guys aren't accepting Jufang's offer. You are accepting the debt, and we're just gonna pray that the armory has enough
what's his
funds you
offer?
need to.
No, we're gonna
What's-
no. Zhufang pays it, and then we just pay Zhufang when we go to the. Hopefully, we got enough money at the
Yeah.
other place. Because
Oh, that's
whether
what
we
you mean
owe,
by
yeah,
that
like
debt.
other,
Okay,
yeah, like
gotcha.
yeah. Otherwise,
Okay,
what's the
okay.
difference between owing the hospital and owing Zhufang? Except Zhufang ain't gonna charge us massive interest.
Yeah, that is fair actually. Okay.
Unless that's his
Alright.
plan the whole time.
Just thankful we didn't need to get a space ambulance, otherwise we'd have been right shitted on.
Space. What do you think the escort was? No, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
Ah, hell.
Anyway.
All
Okay.
your fault, Toss.
Alright. Okay then. So yeah.
I'm waiting for
Alright,
the state of his
Jufang
healthcare.
sees things, sees it through. Basically whips out the whips out the black corporate credit card and wires over the money over to the hospital. So you guys pretty much okay. So it took like 7 hours to get here. Took another 4-ish hours to no, actually 5 or 6 to get everything cleared. Let's see how the critical people went with the operations. We're just
Kill
gonna
them.
roll D20. Jesus. Okay.
Reveal it, you coward.
Here comes the 3.
Well, it was a 6, so not great. I said 3 people went, right?
3 people went to the extreme
Yeah.
critical, yes.
All right. I'm gonna roll to see if our little friend went. 1 second.
Our little friend. Oh my god.
Not Frodo.
Sorry, scrolling back up to remind myself. Keep on remembering Mia's name. I never remember.
Maya Merrick.
Maki.
Or Maki, yeah.
Yeah, Maki and Maya. Okay, let's see if Maki went.
So how... Oh.
Maki did go.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay. Great. I have to roll death save throws. Okay.
Well, if he dies, we can sue the hospital and get the money back. Medical malpractice.
Wow. Okay. I'll reveal those.
He died instantly.
One, and then one again.
Oh shit.
Hey, pass
Uh,
completely.
Yep. So he did succeed on all 3 saving throws, which means he did stabilize, did survive, and is now being transported back to the ship.
Oh, good. Lux doesn't have
He
to have
is-
more guilt.
Maki currently is unconscious, and the doctors, after kind of like wheeling him back onto the ship on the stretcher, will converse with Zeva, and basically back and forth. The rest of you would hear via rumor and hearsay that Maki is okay. He does need a couple of days to rest though before he can be back up and at him. But over the course of the next, we'll just round it up and say 8 hours. Throughout I would say like the rest of the late afternoon into the night, the rest of the ship is visited by the various doctors that are like kind of coming back and forth in shifts. And after everything is said and done with Shufang specifically, the ship is completely purged of its mind fire. Um,
Completely purged of its
30-ish
crew.
thousand gold later.
Completely purged
They
of its
completely
crew.
purged the crew.
You're
Yeah,
starting to see
the
why people
entire
don't
crew
just
is
use
dead.
that spell to heal, because my god.
It racks up quick. It racks up quick. But all right. I say that you guys probably spend like the rest of the night and probably a little bit of the next following morning just like resting, taking in like the sights. I would say that the captain would definitely like use this time to refuel and restock. Um Tosh, I'm gonna DM you.
I
He's sliding in.
What the fuck? Why would you send that to me?
I didn't even say anything yet. uh, Sorry. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. Should be good to go. Tosh.
Alright.
And Atlas.
Yeah.
Atlas, you being at the front, the captain would be roughly where you are, kind of like overseeing, navigations for the time being, as you are currently still piloting the ship itself. While you two are there, it's still kind of skeleton crew at the moment, because most of the crew is still kind of like, even though they're healed, they're now just kind of taking a leave of absence day, just kind of like recovering. But while you two are there, Tosh appears from pretty much just the entrance into the navigation area.
Pulse
Dane?
appears.
Yes.
Okay.
Dane? Atlas?
Yes.
I believe I have done enough on this venture. That and this Dr. Brandt shall be found.
Dayton kind of like turns to you and just kind of like studies you for a minute to like, make sure you're serious about this. And upon like kind of like gauging as best of your reaction as he can, seeing as how you're, completely covered and masked, he kind of gives like a small nod and goes, I do thank you for helping us see this far, helping us do right by the crew, as I mentioned to you before.
I do not want any things.
Understood. So, you're dead set on hunting after this Brand guy?
Correct.
Well, I can't say.
How do you plan to do that?
I made it on this ship by myself. I will have Pollock to find the next ship. I have access to Zhu Feng. I have discussed things with him already. And I believe I have been put in contact with the merchant, the trade prince of the section of the Star Rail that Dr. Brandt currently resides in.
Hmm.
I will continue doing as I made promise and searching for lands for your people to reside. This way I can only do harm to the individuals I seek to harm.
So you're gonna go after them all by yourself?
Correct.
No.
If
I
I
would
die,
say
it was as fated. If I return, it will be with his head.
I see. Well, I might suggest not taking on an entire ship by yourself, but say if you can lure him out somehow. If you make it that far. When you do.
I do not intend to die, but my life has never been mine to spend. I am staying on this planet, and either working my way into a ship, owning one, or establishing some sort of contract with someone who is going to be going my way.
All right.
It was a pleasure meeting you, Atlas, and knowing the rest of the crew has taught me in more important lessons than I believe I had wished I learned.
Of course. Do you plan to say goodbye to the others? I know some of them aren't very happy with you, but
I will speak to Heath and Ray,
Who?
to Lux and Ray.
Ooh.
I was looking at the name in Discord. I'm going to go find that fucking Canadian and say goodbye.
I believe Heath is swabbing the poop deck as we speak.
Good
Oh
for him.
man.
Someone's got to swab it with all the shit that's flung around in this place.
We used to have a tavern goer for that, but then he left.
Well, I wish you luck on your endeavors.
And you as well. I will hand you the gauntlets of ogre strength. I intend to send coin back to pay for the debt. Let this be the start of my payments.
All right. Guess Alice will take the gauntlets. Well, if you do happen to run into anything, let me know.
Of course. Farewell and good travels.
You as well.
Tausch will go find Ray. Probably not in the engine room now.
No, she'll be in her room.
Tausch will knock.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I enter?
Hold on. She'll... Footsteps towards the door, and then you hear the click of the lock. She opens it. Sure. What's up?
I have come to say my goodbye.
Oh, you're going?
I am staying on the planet. For now. I do not intend to sail with the Star Caller for the immediate future.
I know everything's a little heated at the moment, but is that why?
It is a supporting issue.
Right.
No, I intend to find the man who did this.
By yourself.
I will have a friend.
Who is that?
Pollux.
Right.
You shot him with a crossbow in the tournament.
I'd shoot a lot of people with a crossbow. What's new?
I believe you and him discussed something about your mother as well.
Yeah, we did.
But I am happy to have traveled with you and learned more about you. If I discover anything about your mother or my journeys, I will make sure to send you an issue.
It was nice to travel with someone who was had distant relations to, I guess, the drow colonies. It's a shame things ended with everyone on not so great terms, but
Perhaps in another life. In a different world, we would not be here. Or things could be worse.
I'd rather they not be worse, but
Fate still spins the web of lives.
yeah.
In Undercommon, and good luck with the medic. I worked much with her during the days of travel. She is a very
What
sweet
do you
woman.
mean? What the fuck do you mean? Good luck with the medic. She replies back in undercommon.
Ray, I know you are smarter than what you are coming off as.
Her cheeks flush red a little. Okay, you can get the fuck out of my room now.
House will bow with
Yum.
a playful glint in his eye.
She'll smile back.
He
Watch him
will go
leave.
find Heath. Or, fuck! God damn it! I'm
He's
going
in
to the
the
fucking
deck.
deck.
As you walk out of Racelia's room, Zevi will say, "After all this time, you do not want to say me?"
I did not imagine you wanted to say goodbye.
What I want was an apology, but you are too prideful to grant that, so I will accept a goodbye.
Are we still talking through your door?
She's not
Uh,
opening it.
Okay. I was wondering if she came out or not.
No.
Ray closes the door to her room.
When are they going to soundproof these walls?
I have very good hearing, I am blind.
That does make sense. May I open the door then?
I would not recommend it. I am still sick, after all.
I thought we got cured.
All but one, baby.
Do you intend to stay sick?
I did not intend to get sick in the first place.
Not many people do.
But I am still sick, so perhaps talking through the door is the best we can do, or I can get a bubble.
If I'm going to say goodbye to you, I would prefer to do it looking in your eyes. Despite your lack of use of them, they are still gateways to the soul.
They are white and empty. You can hear her getting up to find the bubble.
All a matter of perspective, my friend.
Bold of you to call yourself my friend now, especially after what was said.
I do not call myself your friend. I call you my friend.
It is the same thing, is it not? She says as she opens the door with the breathing bubble on her head.
Many differences.
I do not think that friends long for the genocide of other friends. She gestures like for you to come into the room.
He'll walk in and shut the door behind him. No, I suppose they do not.
There is a lot of hurtful things you could have said to me, but reassuring, my greatest fear, one that you knew was possibly the worst thing you could have said to me. You knew that I was afraid of being seen as a monster. You knew that I was afraid of being seen as a burden. These were things that I told you in confidence. And yet, you used them against me while you were angry, while you were prideful. This is an unattractive quality, Tosh. In
I am
anyone.
an unattractive person.
You aren't always. I quite liked you at first, Tosh.
That makes one of us. I intend to leave the ship.
I've heard.
I wish you good luck on your journey to the center of the spiral.
Do you intend to return?
At some point. Perhaps, if I survive.
Have the others told you where the ship is?
I have been informed. It lies at least somewhere in the next Trade Princes region.
Ah, so you got this information from Shufang.
I did indeed.
Remind me to have a talk with him about his loose lips.
I will not be here to tell you.
That was more a mental note for myself.
I would
Since
offer to
I've
write
been-
it, but I do not imagine you could read it.
Before I got sick, I was able to strengthen my connection to the spirits a little bit. They can read for me. Should I trust them to do so?
I imagine I will return before prophecies are made true. If not, then I was not the person who is fit for the prophecy.
Do you remember what the spirits told me when we first met?
It has been some time since we first met.
They called you a stalwart hypocrite who never fits or who faces what he feels he cannot escape.
And you are known to be an accurate seer.
I have been told as much.
Very well. Good.
Yes.
Should the gods decide that we shall meet again, then we shall.
Perhaps I will get my apology from you then.
Maybe sometime. He will step out and shut the door behind him. Going to Lux's room this time. I'm not going to the poop deck. Fuck that guy.
Actually, I'm not even sure if Lex is in his room at the moment.
I imagine he just walks over to the shattered remains and it's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, doesn't really have a room at this moment, actually. That's a good point.
Probably is on the poop deck.
It's kind of an open concept thing going on right now.
Oh yeah, they were roommates. I forgot.
Yeah. Roommates,
Hallway
like,
mates.
hallway mates, really. Yeah, like,
Oh,
we don't
man.
technically have a room. We have an open room concept where there's no walls.
Please make yourself at home. The tavern did too.
Probably Lux is still, like, if Maya's brother's back, Lux is probably he's probably in the ship's hospital with Maya.
His home for the past 2 days. Alright. I thought we'll go to eat. Motherfucker, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind.
Is Heath canonical on this ship at this point?
Add
It's been
friend
20 times.
nickname. There we go. Perfect. He'll go find Lux there. Lux,
Oh, hi, Mr. Tulsha. What's going on?
how are things with the young one here?
I imagine Mom's probably just passed out on top of her brother at this point, eh?
Yeah, she's like, you would see that she's like in like one of those like large hospital chairs. She's like curled up and currently dozing off.
Yeah.
Now that she knows that her brother is at least okay for the time being.
Well, yeah, he's past the danger point, so she probably just had the stress relief collapse.
Yeah, exactly.
I think she's doing okay there, Mr. Tulsham. Her brother luckily pulled through. I'm really happy for her.
Good.
So...
Do not think I would be traveling along the Star Color anymore.
Oh... Did you learn teleportation like Miss Evie? Or like... Yeah, that's Evie. Like Mr. Celia?
No, my young friend. I believe our paths diverge here.
Lux just kind of nods.
I will be staying on the planet to look for it. Passage elsewhere.
Wait, you're leaving?
Yes.
Wait, why are you leaving, Mr. Tulsh?
I believe fate will call me elsewhere. And if fate sees favorably so, perhaps I may rejoin you someday.
Oh. Oh. Well, if you think it's best, Mr. Tulsh, I mean... Oh, Lux just kind of looks down. Well, if you think that's what's best...
You're in good hands, my friend.
Oh, I know. I got Mum and I got Mr. Atlas and Mr. Celia and, you know, Crane, who's my roommate apparently now that we don't have a room.
I wonder if they're going to get that fixed before they leave the planet.
No, I don't actually mind. It's kind of fun having a roommate. Never actually had one before. Well, no, I guess that's not exactly true. I used to have hundreds of roommates, but do rats count as roommates?
Well, would you count Gorgonzola?
Oh yeah, Gorgonzola's definitely like my friend and my roommate. And he's not like the other roommates I had who used to bite me.
Well, then I would consider him a roommate. And as long as Crane follows the same rule, perhaps she might be considered a roommate.
You hear that, Gorgonzola? We're roommates!
Nah, crane bites.
Crane bites.
The fuck?
Have you not seen that art of her with the bloody mouth? Yeah, she bites.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh man.
Oh, I'm sorry to see you go, Mr. Tulsh. I mean, I always did like having you around. You're gonna have to take care of yourself, eh?
With nobody else here, and without you here, I suppose I'll have to.
Okay, well, you make sure you don't get any sort of dangers or anything, because, you know, I don't want anything bad to happen to you.
I'll do whatever I can to remain as safe as I can.
Oh, okay. Lux comes up and just gives you a hug.
Aw.
I'm gonna miss you, Mr. Tulsh.
I'll miss you too, my young friend. And just to make sure that everyone is safe, under your care, he's gonna pull out his Kjartum's ointment. Make sure to use this on anybody who needs healing.
So what is it?
Kjartum's ointment. It's 4 charges, and as an action, 1 dose can be swallowed or applied to the skin. Receives, it regains 2d8 plus 2 hit points. And ceases to be poisoned.
And what? Oh.
And ceases to be poisoned.
Neat. You want to drag that in my sheet, Josh?
Yeah,
I
you
thought
can do
I
it.
thought you said ceases to be exist.
Yeah, I thought so too. I was a little confused. I'm like, on what?
2d8 plus 2, and you die instantly. You're welcome.
Don't need to be healed anymore if you're dead.
The
You're
2d8
stable.
plus 2 is just so
Dead
you
is
can
stable.
have fun.
Dead.
He's flatlined. Yeah, but he's staying there reasonably well.
Alright, I dragged it into your sheet, Lux.
Thank you.
Alright, I'll delete it out of mine.
Well, thanks, Mr. Tulsa. I'll do my best to take care of everyone and make sure nobody else, gets hurt.
You've done wonderfully so far.
Lux kind of looks down a bit. I don't really know what to say about it, but thanks again for all you taught me, Mr. Tulsa.
I'm excited to see how much more you learn.
Well, I'm sure I'll learn a bunch, Oh, before you go, here. And Lux goes into his pocket and he pulls out basically, remember those desserts you gave him when we first met to make him feel better? Lux has learned to make those with his chef ability.
Awesome.
And he hands you some.
Tausch will take off his mask, facing away from the 2 sleeping children, and eat it with a smile on his face. I have learned much from you as well.
Well, you take...
I must go say the rest of my goodbyes, Lux.
Oh, of course. I'll be here when you get back, but thanks, Mr. Tolshin. I really hope to see you again in the future.
Someday. He will...
I'm not gonna lie, part of me was when Lux went to the hug, is like, would he pickpocket at this moment out of habit?
No.
But he won't.
Bruh.
And Lux will go back to lying next to Maya, and you can get going.
Tausch will look back towards Zevi's room, and go to find Crane.
Josh, do you want to have a look in our DMs real quick?
You killed him, Cat. Good job.
Well,
No, I'm
I can't believe he sent the Curse of the Pharaoh to him.
A scarab curse.
There are currently beetles flying out of his eyes and mouth right now as we speak.
Return the slab.
Return the slab.
Or suffer my
okay, I think you might find her near, like, where, their rooms used to be.
Scanning the area looking for where you could possibly be.
You're welcome, by the way.
A lot of people pay big money for reconstruction like this.
All of this roleplay brought to you by Raycilia. Everybody say thank you, Raycilia.
Thank you, Raycilia.
I'll fucking do it again.
I'm the only one who's appreciative.
Do it again. I'll fucking do it again.
Were the contagion guys blue, did you say?
Yes. Yes.
At this point, you might catch her, like, at the tail end of a conversation with one of these guys, like, handing them over money. If you're, like, find her near where the rooms used to be.
Rummaging over the wreckage.
I'm sorry?
Rummaging over the wreckage of your room.
No, not particularly.
The person seeing that, like, a conversation is about to happen would graciously just take the gold and be like, thank you. I will be out of your way now. And we'll just politely bow and, and begin to, like, leave the premises.
She'll just nod and then turn to Talish. Is there anything I can help you with?
No, not at the moment, I believe. Just saying farewells and goodbye.
Any reason why?
Well, I'm leaving, as tend to be followed with farewells and goodbyes.
Leaving?
I am leaving the ship. I'm staying behind on the planet. And I'm going to go find the Dr. Brandt and the young man who shook our hand.
I can get behind that at the very least. I can't say I have anything nice to you to say at the moment, but I at least hope you've learned from your mistakes. Like, revealing my fucking location to those... Just be careful next time.
Maybe. Probably.
I don't
Good
imagine
luck.
you'll be as gracious next time.
I do not believe the attempted murder of an entire ship is what I would consider gracious.
Well, they could have killed you outright, but they let you go.
I believe escaping was what they intended for us.
Why?
Good luck.
What?
Why? So we could return to the ship and spread contagion.
What? But what do they get from spreading it to everyone else?
If I could know the minds of others, I would not be here.
Right. Well, good luck with whatever it is you're doing.
Good luck on your business endeavors on the ship. And farewell.
Farewell.
Talos will gather his things out of his room, find Pollux, and disembark.
Okay. After catching... I'm guessing you've already conversed with Pollux about what you were planning on doing? Okay.
Well, either way, I feel like he doesn't even really need a discussion. It's just, yep.
Fair.
But yeah, no, I would have discussed things with him. He doesn't really have a stake on the ship as far as my knowledge is, other than me.
No. Pollux was gonna go with you regardless, but As you kind of pack up and go, Pollux just kind of like gets his like affairs in order, his bags packed, and upon like getting to the just the disembarking area of the ship, Pollux will just like slowly like look up, turn to you, and go, well, are you sure this is the best course of action, Tosh?
I cannot confidently say one way or the other. I have a mission, and I intend to follow it through.
He nods at that, and then kind of like looks out towards the rest of the cityscape before you, and says, all right, well, we're gonna start doing odd jobs, or are we going to maybe try to book flight on another vessel?
What do we think, Harley?
I just wanted Josh to to check the DM I sent him a bit ago.
Oh, right. Tosh.
Yeah.
Under. Oh, actually, flying over you, Arya drops an envelope into your hands that has like a jingling inside of it.
He will open it.
Inside
Pipe bomb.
is 10 gold, and a letter that says, for the wand, I do not want to owe you anything.
He'll toss it along the street as he walks through.
Mm.
The coin. He'll keep the letter.
Okay. A couple scavenger like kids on the street kind of like walking back and forth between the ships see the discarded gold and quickly begin to like rustle over, hunch over, and like fight about the amount amongst themselves. But as you and Pollux discuss the next plans, the two of you begin to bleed into the cityscape, surrounded by the white noise of people coming and going. Pivoting back to the ship, what would a lot of you like to do now?
I was just going to state that anybody who watched him walk off, he walks like a man on a mission, and the mission being complete and utter annihilation of anything that stands in his way.
Makes sense.
Devi is still not leaving her room. But should Zhufang enter it, she's got some colorful words for him.
He does enter at some point.
Are you an idiot?
Oh boy.
I asked you a question. Are you an idiot?
I would not think so of myself. Why?
You shared information that I granted you with somebody who desires me dead?
I shared information with a man looking to get off the ship.
Who not 2 weeks ago said that I should have been killed.
And do you
Or
really think he's going to survive this endeavor?
I hope he does not, but that is besides the point. She crosses her arms. But
In my
there's
way,
like a
if
hint.
he...
There's like a
Hmm.
hint of amusement there, like the smallest hint of amusement at that thought.
In my eyes, it goes one of two ways. Either he beheads the fucker and redeems himself, or he dies, and it doesn't matter either way.
He can redeem himself for endangering the ship, but there is nothing he can do redeemable in my eyes. Not after what he said. Do you know he came to me to say goodbye to me, and I mentioned twice that all I wanted from him was an apology, and he was still too prideful to grant me that? All I wanted was an apology for the desired genocide of my people. Even worse than that, do you know who I would be without the void? You of all people should know.
He nods solemnly to that.
If I was not touched by the void, I would be spending my 8th consecutive life as a servant girl. At best, I would be being beaten by my employers. At worst, well, I will let your mind do the wandering.
I am sorry.
You know what Shadarkai are worth on Venerathos?
Not much, I imagine.
Dirt, less than. I have been told by countless employers that all I will ever be is a slave girl, and the void offered me more. And you grant the man who sees me as less than information that I obtained with my powers. Do you not see how that is a betrayal? Sure, I might laugh a little if he dies. But all I wanted was an apology, and he was too prideful to give me that. I asked for it twice. And I think that, all things considered, I was quite polite about it.
I'm sure you were.
I'm sorry, I don't know what has gotten into me. I'm so angry. I did not mean to use you as a punching bag.
I just wanted him off the ship before this crew would rip itself apart. My apologies. I did not see it in my place to kill him for his words. They affect me directly too, you know.
I know, that is why this action surprised me so. But since my connection with Lotharia has been severed, I just feel so angry. Perhaps I was like this before, but I don't remember much. Since that conversation with Crane, I have bits and pieces,
Oh my gosh.
but not enough.
Jufong ponders this for a bit. Um, do you think maybe obtaining another shard would help you?
I had a conversation with. Gotta check my doc. Give me a second.
Hmm.
Xavier can't read.
I had to check my notes. The conversation that I had with Cortul said that there were two ways that I could regain my connection with Vatharia. Getting another shard was one of them, but after a conversation with Atlas, he was not exactly on board for this. He placated me with a time in which he felt helpless to perhaps grant me solace in a moment where I feel helpless, which is. She gestures vaguely to herself right now. And the story was nice, and I appreciated that he could relate to me, but perhaps our stories were much too different for me to gain anything of value. The other option is less pleasant. I would prefer to gain another shard than the alternative Cortul offered. But that was while I could still hear them. I can no longer hear the spirits, other than vague sounds of worry and concern.
Is there anything that I can do in the meantime, then?
I don't know, I'm still afflicted by mind fire. I had a passing thought of trying to find Miska's head aboard the ship, but I do not want to betray Atlas's trust, so.
Perhaps Krythos might have something that'll help you then.
Perhaps I'm the spirits, because they do not talk to me anymore.
Agent of the Void must surely have some artifacts or relics that might be able to help someone with your current affliction.
If you can speak to or see the spirits that follow me, ask Morkale. He is knowledgeable about such things.
I will try to converse with him during my next reading.
She nods and waves him off. She's like
He'll-
very obviously upset and is sulking.
Mm-hmm. Ijifong is going to bow and make his way towards the study, where he's going to spend the majority of his time for the time being.
I guess Lux would go up to the deck to see Atlas at some point.
Ray would
Yeah, I'm
walk
up at
on.
the.
Go
You
ahead.
can go ahead, Stone.
No, she was gonna talk to Zevi at some point. But
Oh,
you can go
okay.
first.
Alice is at the helm, up top,
Hello there,
with the
Mr.
captain still, I
Atlas.
think. Ah, Lux. Come in.
Oh, of course, yeah. Lux kind of looks both ways and wipes his feet. Walks in. So, I'm just curious, what are we planning to do now?
Well, now that everybody's cured, there is the planet some ways away in this node that we were going to go visit.
Oh, the one I got the key for, right?
Yes, the armory. I'd
Ah,
like to go and relinquish it of its belongings, see if perhaps there's something there that can help us in our journeys, or anything that could help anybody on the ship in their personal woes or goals. Personally, I'm just hoping there's another larger ship there, but I'm not going to hold my breath on that one. It's an armory, not a hangar.
Well, maybe there's at least enough to like pay off our medical bills.
Perhaps so, if we're lucky.
Just kind of glad most people made it. It was a bit rough.
It was a little hairy there. I think there's an important lesson to be learned here.
Don't go sneaking the ship, seeing elders' abominations, and not tell anybody.
Well, I think more don't be too prideful in what your capabilities are and make enemies before you truly understand what they're about. After all, we don't really know if the Plague Bear is quite at fault for this. If it was locked away, like they said, I can't foresee that being entirely the case. Maybe the Mind Fire is something that the Plague Bear was capable of, but I don't think they got it from that. I do think that it was either the decontamination system or someone they touched did it
Yeah.
on purpose.
Probably seems like the most logical thing when we got all the info. I mean, it makes sense if Mr. Tulch actually like knew something horrible and they didn't want to kill Mr. Tulch on the ship because, you know, then we'd be suspicious of him, so it's better to make him disease and kill everybody involved. I mean, at least that's what I heard that the guilds used to do back when I was a kid. Well, a kid year.
Yeah. Well, they failed. And unfortunately, the gamble that they took did not work out in their favor. So now they have one very angry paladin headed their way. Whether or not he beats us to wherever they are, that's yet to be seen. It'd be honestly kind of funny if he did it.
Yeah. I mean, actually, Zebby told us where they were, right? We had that info as a group or not? I can't remember.
Atlas knows, but he hasn't said anything to anybody.
Oh. I mean, wouldn't he be going in the right direction since we're going the other way?
No, they've since moved on from that location that we were once at.
Oh,
but his plan is to stay here on this planet for a while anyway, so it's entirely possible they could end up somewhere completely different. Like, it's a galaxy, it's big, it's unlikely we will run into one another for quite some time.
I thought there was only like, you know, 2 ways to go in what they call it?
The solar rail? No. Well, if you're taking the solar rail, yes, but I don't think that's the only manner of transportation.
Oh.
I believe perhaps, and this is a little bit of a conspiracy theory by me, but I think wormholes might exist.
Those are really big worms.
Perhaps that big whale is said worm.
Oh, or the way house worms, maybe?
Could.
Yeah, I knew a dog
Speaking
who had
of...
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of worms... Actually, this has nothing to do with worms, but I'm curious. Would you like to learn how to pilot the ship?
Lux goes, really?
I have to do with worms.
Lux kind of looks kind of excited. I can learn to pilot?
I could teach you.
Lux
You're
goes,
growing. You're going to be a man sooner than later. You're going to need skills outside of beating the shit out of people.
well, yeah, I'd like to learn.
Okay. Well, I will teach you what I know. The other pilots can also teach you. Maybe when we have a bigger ship that has smaller craft, we could fly out in those.
Like a dinghy boat, but in space.
More like a fighter jet, but well, you don't know what those are actually.
It's
See, like a dinghy boat, yes.
yeah, like a
A
fighter.
very fast, powerful dinghy boat.
Cool, that sounds neat. Like,
Dinghy boat. However, these dinghies, they can spin and do tricks.
oh, you mean I get to spin around near the dinghy boat and out in space and do tricks?
Yes.
Well, that sounds great. I can't wait to learn.
The captain, kind of overhearing this conversation, will kind of like walk over with like his cane, and go, yeah, and I bet if you're a good little student, Alistair will even teach you how to barrel roll. He says like a wink and a smile as he walks off again.
I already know how to roll in a barrel. That's how we met.
Oh, but you don't know how to do the real thing.
I was once a kid, I knew that, well, we were on a mission, and we had some jets. He was about your age, because things were very dire on my planet. And we were fighting some airborne enemies. Some weird, flying, mutated... I don't mean to be crude here, they look like penises. But,
Ah, so Deadly Willies.
yeah, it's deadly willies that could fly.
Oh,
But
flying.
he called over the comms that he was going to try spinning because he heard it was a good trick.
So he tried to spin on the winged willies?
To avoid them.
Oh,
See, they shot these aerodynamics, like spikes, spines as we called them, strong enough to rip right through metal. Tell you, the creatures of the void, they have some crazy, crazy evolutionary designs.
Lux got a nod. It's like, that must be terrible on the female creatures of the void.
Oh. God damn it.
Oh no. Cut to a different scene.
I was gonna say, is anybody else doing it? Wait, Rasilia, you mentioned wanting to talk to Zevi, right? that's the thing that was gonna
Yeah.
happen. Okay.
I was trying to describe a
Let's go
mutalisk.
I know.
Yeah.
But you're just like, God. It's like, yeah, Jig Spidey, big penis things that shoot spikes from their tail. Like,
Jesus. Anyway, Rasilia.
Ray knocks on the wall of Zevi's room.
Hello, Celia. I imagine you have just heard this conversation with Zhufeng.
Yeah, you weren't particularly quiet, even if I tried not to listen in on the conversation.
I do not stop myself from listening to your conversations, so it is only fair we are neighbors.
That's true. I won't stop then.
That is fair to me, I think.
Have you been cured? Like, have they made an attempt, or are they still making the rounds?
They have made an attempt, yes.
So it didn't work.
It appears not.
Sorry.
It is not your fault.
I know. It just... Situation is... It sucks.
If my connection was not severed, I would heal on my own, but the circumstances are different, I suppose.
Um,
I did this to myself, Raycelia. I knew that there was a risk when I took on Crane's illness, but I did not want to see her suffer. I would rather have suffered in her place.
yeah. Um, I had something I wanted to say about Talsh, if that isn't going to be a hot topic at the moment.
I am angrier than usual, so I advise you proceed with caution, but I am listening.
Right. I'm just gonna preface that what Talsh said was wrong, and what he did was stupid. And you are perfectly well within your rights to, feel the way you do. But I don't. From all my interactions with Talsh, I'd never really thought that he was a prideful person, and I don't think he withheld an apology out of pride. I think he did it because if there was even the slightest chance that maybe you would have forgiven him, that was unacceptable for him. That this hatred towards him was his penance for his mistake. But that's just what I think. I'm not saying you should forgive him or feel any different way. That's fine, but when we talked, he avoided topics. He never seemed prideful and things about his past, only convicted to follow his goddess, I suppose. Hiding behind his mask. I don't think a prideful person does that.
You can be prideful in different ways. He is prideful in his belief system. He is prideful that he is right. And this entire when he spoke of the plague bringer, sorry. Do you know what a plague bringer is?
DM, do I know?
No, I don't think that would have been something you would have encountered. I don't know. I think Ray only started researching the void fairly recently, right?
He has been studying religion.
I
She
don't know if
is.
that would qualify for this specific thing.
No, I don't.
I do. The plague bringer that we discussed at this meeting. The plague bringer is a creature that was designed. It is a bioweapon that was used in the Void Wars. They started appearing after Vatharia was killed. After Vatharia was killed, the Void corrupted. It changed. She kept a very delicate balance in the Void, which I'm sure you know as you study it. this delicate and it caused the void to lash out, to contort and and change in ways that it could not go back from. Plague bringers are made from the corpses of worshippers of Veta that have fallen in battle. And I had asked Tausch to clarify the adjective he used to describe it. He used hideous twice. I counted because these are things that are important to me. And that showed me, that reaffirmed my biggest fear. I do not care that Tausch caused a plague aboard this ship. Perhaps that is unkind of me to say, but that is not my concern. It is fine. I would perhaps be a little more mad if people died. And we lost some, but I would be mad if I died. I would be mad if you died. I am mad at the reckless action he took and the words he said about me and my people. And that word choice was consistent. It was not just that one time that he said that Veta was right in trying to eradicate the void. It was everything he said about the void, looking down upon it, looking at us like we are monsters. I see that look in people's eyes when they look at me and they fear what I am. I see it when you look at me. I see it when Atlas looks at me. I see it when Lux looks at me. I see it when the doctor looks at me. When I was in my coma, she practically shook in fear of the void. And I understand why. But I am not the monster that they think I am.
It's not fair that I look at you. I have studied the void because I want to understand. There's many people who have ties to the void now. I don't fear you. I'm just wary of things that I don't know. But that's why I take the time to study.
I could forgive Tal for every other transgression he committed. But I could not forgive him for the way that he hurt me, the way that he affirmed my fears, the way that he spoke to me like I was a monster because I had the audacity to be upset about something he did. I wanted an apology for that.
I think that... Well, you are 100% right. You're fine to have not forgive him for what he said. Oh, what I find strange is why he said what he said, considering, from what I can gather, that he probably thinks himself a monster too. But that's probably why he didn't apologize. Because he, like I said, if you had even given him the slightest inkling that you may have forgiven him for any sort of reason, that he wasn't deserving of it.
He may see himself a monster, but I never wanted to kill him because of that. The thing I always found about Tausch in my perhaps finite interactions with him were Perhaps that he did not even believe his own words when he said them. Like I said that day after he said it, that if he truly believed that the void creatures deserved to die, then he would not associate with me, with Crane, with Jufang. He would have tried to kill us. And he never tried to kill me. I do not think he'd win that fight anyway. I think even worse than a prideful man is a man who cannot make up his own mind. The words he said hurt, sure. But once my connection to Vatharia is restored and my emotions are more level, I will not give this a second thought. I will not think of Talsh again, why would I?
That's understandable.
I just often found it funny that he defers to his goddess's judgment on everything, and mine usually shares the body with me, and I defer to her judgment less.
That's all I wanted to say.
I appreciate it, Raycelia, and should you have any questions about the Void, I will share my knowledge with you.
Think I'm going to just work on a couple of things that aren't stressful and aren't trying to kill everyone.
Now, once I have my connection restored to Lotharia, now that I have known my spirits and their areas of expertise, there is perhaps one that might be able to grant you information. Should I pay her blood price?
Her blood price?
Yes.
You don't have to do that.
Oh, it is fine. She accepts her tolls in the form of either my physical harm, a memory that she will consume, or sometimes I can get away with flattery. She is the only spirit in my head that does not like me. Which is unfortunate because she is stuck with me.
Perhaps just go the flattery route, and if that doesn't work out, I'll probably make do.
Alright.
I'm not so desperate to make you want to hurt yourself for that.
I will be fine.
Even so, I'd rather you not. Rather you not do the things, not rather you. Yep, okay. I'm gonna stop speaking now.
I understood what you meant. It is fine.
Okay, cool.
You do not need to stumble so. Have you all say out loud? Just. I thought she only fumbled around pretty women.
Raycelia, you want to make a perception check?
Oh, it was out loud, wasn't? Oh, was it out loud or not out loud?
It was like
It
a
was out
little
loud, just
quieter.
quietly. Yeah.
I would say like above like a 15 gets there.
Just misses.
Uh,
That would
Wait,
be
wait,
funny
wait,
though.
wait,
At that
wait.
point, though, the ship kind of goes into. Oh no, yeah.
oh no.
Yeah.
Still issue.
It'd be funny at this point though if the ship fucking does a barrel roll because Lux is now at the controls.
Well, I think we're landed.
I know.
Yo, you're currently docked.
Okay, we're currently docked.
Hmm.
I thought
They
we were.
tricked him. They gave him flight simulator and made him believe that he was flying the ship.
Here, put on this special helmet, Lux.
I thought we were still
The
up
Sebi will
at.
VR headset.
Sebi will text Crane, basically, he believes Yufeng helped Halsh with information, and just like, in all caps, and like an eye rolling emoji. She's
Did
learning.
did the doctors give us, as in the captain and Atlas, a dossier on the current status of everybody on the ship once they were
Yes,
done?
for the most part, yeah. Basically, pretty much given the all clear. I think the information would still be around that Zevi's still sick, but besides that, you all are clear for travel.
They'd let someone with mind fire leave?
Atlas will look at the information. Does it say why?
It says treatment's unsuccessful.
As they were talking about teaching Lux to fly and all that stuff, Atlas will read this and his eyebrow will twitch a little and go, "Excuse me, gentlemen." He's gonna put on his air bubble and head down to the other room real quick. Knock on the door.
Stop reacting like
Huh?
you hear Zebi on the other side audibly cackling. She breathing bubble in her phone in her hand, and she's still looking at her phone laughing. Hello, Atlas.
Yeah. Good to see you're in high spirits. Mind if I come in?
You may. I do not want to get you sick, but perhaps you will be fine.
I got the air bubble. I'll be all right. So I
Then,
guess
by all
I'll
means, come in.
walk in, close the door. Has his little air bubble on already. I see here that treatment did not work for you.
That is correct.
So I will ask you. I know that we spoke about it a few days ago, about your current situation. Do you want me to go get the head?
You are willing now to let me take it.
I was willing the entire time. I just think it would be wiser to wait, but you're a grown woman. You can make your own decisions. You have a working head on your shoulders, for the most part. Mind fire excluded.
Then yes, I would like to try this.
Very
You
well.
just did not seem so willing.
I'm
Well,
cautious by nature.
if we are to do this, however, you understand there is a chance that this kills me. But I was always going to take this risk.
It is your call. Your body, your choice, as they say.
Base!
I'm so happy that Atlas is an ally.
If I am to potentially die, I would like to be surrounded by my friend. So I will text everyone we can come here and I will attempt to take this shard, if that is okay with you.
Very well.
If
I will.
if I'm going to end this life, I would like to do it surrounded by people I care about. And I care about all of you.
I will go get the head.
Sevi, I'll send out a group text. In all cap. Come my room, bring breathing bubble. Important.
Hmm.
Lexus walks by the hallway, sees Crane. Oh, that's a weird text.
Yeah, that's a little concerning, huh?
Just a bit. I mean,
Isn't it? Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, does it cling to the air? Would it cling to their clothes?
It's air specifically, just air,
Just air? Okay.
just air. It's just air. Yeah, yeah.
What, the breathing bubble?
No.
No, the mind fire. I mean, if it
Ah.
I
clings to
feel
the...
like-
particles.
I feel like if that was a problem, the doctors would have known that and set up a little airlock.
I think if
I
that
was
was
just
the problem,
contamination
we'd all be
outside our
dead
room.
by now.
Door.
Yeah.
Like,
No. Yeah, it does not cling to clothes. It is just air.
I was just wondering, yeah.
because
How
if it clinged to clothes,
bad
we'd
it
all be
was.
dead and contagious by now, because we did not take those precautions for so long.
Yeah.
So
Well, like
Atlas
cling
is
to
gonna.
clothes, but... Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna explain where the head was. Alice is gonna head down to the belly of the ship, where shit. Callum is.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get into the restricted area, Callum.
The head in the restricted area.
Yeah, it's basically a very fancy broom closet that they've turned into the restricted area.
Oh shit.
You just found a bunch
Um,
of Lux's sack of potatoes in there.
What the fuck? How did these get in there? He'll head into the restricted. It's bigger than a broom closet. It's pretty sizable. A lot of metal crates are in there from Minidos. Josh, I'm sure you can gather what those are.
Yeah.
But at the very back, in one of the metal crates, he opens up the box, and inside is the jar that the head is in.
Nice.
Next to the jar is this resplendent piece of armor. Not his, but Callum's. He'll take the head out, close it, and I guess head up to Zebby's room. I will look at the like inside the jar. What's the state of the head? I know it was basically a jar that repose.
Of gentle repose.
I cast a gentle repose on it.
Yeah. So head is
Yeah.
still preserved within the we'll call it the gentle repose like jelly that it's currently like submerged in. Fairly well preserved, only very light decomposition on the cheeks, making them like more sunken, but that's pretty much it.
Okay, yeah, I was mostly curious to see if like the head melted and it was just the shard in the jelly, but
No.
yeah.
Yeah, but gentle repose, it'll stay there for quite some time.
Like a year,
Well.
I think. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
He'll head up to Zebby's room. Now, I will say that the jar itself looks like the weird ice cream holder that they have in Star Wars. So you can't actually see inside of it unless you open it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Which was another reason why I was well hidden.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, yeah, he'll head up to Zeddy's room with it.
Ruby will wait for everyone she texted to show up and like let them in one by one.
So, what's this all about, Mum?
Despite being next to her room, Ray would probably be the last person who arrives.
I am going to wait until everyone is here, Lux, before I fully explain. But decided that I am going to take on the ambition shard.
Oh. Lux just kind of looks blank. And the breathing bubbles are because...
I am still afflicted by mind fire.
What? I thought we paid the hospital a bunch of money to make sure that didn't happen.
They were unable to cure me, Lux.
Oh.
This is why I must take on the other shard. Before, when I did not take it on initially, do you remember why I didn't?
Was...
And Zavia like lean down, like sort of sit down and meet Lux at eye level.
You said it was dangerous.
The combination of emotions, sorrow, and ambition can lead to a lot of heartache. You can become sorrowful that your ambitions are not met, and you can become so ambitious that you are blinded by sorrow. These are generally not a good combination of emotions. However, because of the mind fire, I have lost my connection to my god. I have lost Vatharia's sorrow altogether, which means I was left with... She like pauses for a second. I was quite angry at Tausch, do you remember?
Yeah, I remember, Mum.
And that was not characteristic of me. I am not usually so angry. This was because my connection to Vatharia was severed. I have spent so long with the tempered emotional state of a goddess that I did not know how to conduct myself, and perhaps I still do not. But those are side issues. My connection to my goddess is gone, my powers are waning. I do not feel as strong as I could be, and I am still afflicted by mind fire. And I do not want to... Sorry, go ahead.
And you think connecting to the shard will fix the mind fire problem?
She nods.
Then
And it's a very confident nod. Like she's so sure that it'll fix.
that's just what you just got to do then, right, Mum? Because, I mean, otherwise, it's just gonna go really bad.
And I do not want to get everyone sick again.
Lux nods. I get you, Mum. And then he just
So
sits...
wait.
Oh, sits down on the floor.
And she'll like open the door, let everyone else in. And say, I'm going to take on the shard of ambition, because I was not cured of mind fire, as some of you do know. There is always a possibility that this could kill me, and I will die. But this was always a risk I was going to take. This is part of my journey. And if I die here, my only request, and she looks to Crane, is that you take my shards and you find somebody who can carry them.
I don't know who else would be worthy.
She smiles. Oh, She smiles so big at that, like.
I just hope this
Could
goes well.
could I not be worthy? Find someone who is. But this, I requested you all here because should these be my last moment, I would like to be surrounded by my friends, people I trust, people I care about. She like looks at Lux and smiles, and like goes to ruffle his hair, but there's a breathing bubble away, so she can't.
Boob.
Get scammed.
Don't tap the window.
So loud for them. Plus, I take it you have the head?
I got your supernova right here.
Now, I was originally relying on Vasaria's guidance to try and take the shard, but I will, how you say, wing it.
How did you get the
Be
first
like,
one?
sort of, yeah.
I can maybe do something.
What can you do?
Nope, me checking the spell, it doesn't do that. Never mind. She didn't say anything.
I might have something.
What do you suggest, Lux?
I don't know. Because I was able to connect with these, and he like lifts up his bandage gloves. I mean, I don't know. He's been teaching me more about things that my master wasn't able to teach me before before he passed on, and there's things with key connections that can kind of help with people. I don't know if that could help.
I might be able to help. That is why you are right here. Josh, do I have any idea how to just assimilate?
Eat him. You're a cannibal.
You're
That is
saying you're
true.
asking how many you're asking just how you're gonna do this specifically?
Yeah, like, do I eat it? 'Cause I could. That would be gross.
Lux hands her a knife and fork, and
So first you have to extract it from the head.
I figured as much.
Which is gonna be a little gross, but we're here together doing this, so you're going to have to reach your hand into his void mark and pull the shard out. Or rip it out, I guess, technically speaking.
Okay, I'm gonna ask Atlas. Can I have the head? This will be a little grim. I will have to extract the void mark.
Alice will open up the container, reach in, and go, it's a little goopy.
That is fine. If I recall correctly, I'm the one who created this goop. When it is your goop, it is a lot better. She takes she reaches
Well,
her
I got
hand
your
and then
goop
takes.
all over my hands, so here.
so what you're saying is, as you're giving head, you've got a bunch of goop.
Yes, correct. Well, she'll take the head and she will try and extract the void mark.
I'll give you a guidance.
Do I
Oh,
have
it's
to
gonna
roll
help,
anything?
but there we go.
To rip it out,
Yeah.
give me an athletics check.
Ooh, I'm very good at this. That was sarcasm.
Your guidance, you got a D4.
Roll D4.
11. It's enough. If this would be a different story if Mythica was resisting, but severed head. But you
Yeah.
reach your hand into the mark and you feel around, and you nearly cut your finger on what feels to be broken glass, And you reach for the biggest piece of it, and you begin to slowly withdraw it. And everybody from your end around you that's here watches as you begin to pull out what looks to be a really long, jagged piece of like what looks to be astral glass, where it's like it almost looks like galactic almost in its like colors and hues. Like it's mainly black, but you can see like sprinkles of stars just glittering throughout this thing, and a purplish, like bluish pinkish nebula, like kind of like shimmering back and forth as she rips this shard out. And as you bring it out and hold it into the light, Zevi, if you look into the reflection, you and only you alone can see fragmented memories of Vitharia's most ambitious, like, achievements as, like, kaleidoscopic, like, memories viewing at the same time inside the glass.
She'll like take a moment, peel some of the viscera away from it, and like look at it. Oh, how interesting. I
I think this
see.
is the first time you've seen, like, a physical shard, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
I see Vosaria's memories within the shard. How do I take it?
So how do you? Sorry, you asked how do you take it?
Yeah, she's
Okay.
like asking out. She's like asking the floor.
Uh, we'll say that this knowledge comes to you in the form of your own thoughts, so to speak. But what I will say, what you have to do, is you have to hold the tip of it to your own void mark and ram it into yourself. Like you have to like fully just like push it into your void mark.
My chest. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, here goes nothing. Sevi will take a moment and like align it perfectly, and she'll readjust it a few times to make sure that it's like perfect. And then in like one swift motion, she'll push it into her chest.
Well, you say one swift motion. There's an immediate resistance as soon as you attempt to jam the shard in. As if something or some force does not want them to be combined. And it's almost like trying to push together the same poles of a magnet. There's like a resistance there, and you're going to have to fight through it. I
I'm
need
doing
you
it.
to make. Okay. I'm going to do this one at a time because there's a lot of saves that you're going to have to make in a row.
I'm
I'm
ready.
going to need you to make a strength save, followed by a con save, followed by a sanity check
Save.
and sanity save.
I'm gonna give myself. I'm gonna roll them all and see if I need to use my inspiration.
Okay.
That's just not going well.
Sanity save, okay. And sanity check. Okay. High on the sanity
I'm gonna
save and check, low on the strength
I'm
and
gonna
con.
give myself advantage on the strength.
On the strength, okay.
Didn't help.
Ooh. Okay.
Did not help.
So how this is gonna work is I will just tell you what each save is for now that you have an idea for what this is doing to you. Each strength save is to tell you how much of the shard you're able to get in for that point. Each con save is to resist how much damage you are going to be taking from the amount that is being pushed in. The sanity checks and sanity saves are to maintain your sanity while this is happening to you.
Okay.
Okay, so
I'm able to
With-
maintain my sanity, it seems.
Yes. Yes. So as for your strength save and con save, you're able to get about like I'd say like maybe 2 or some odd inches like of the shard within. There's still like a good majority of it is still currently sticking out of your chest, and there is now blood poiling, pooling from your chest outward onto the mattress. I assume you were sitting on the bed for this, right?
I was, yeah.
Yeah, so there is now blood on the mattress and the sheets. As for your con save, let me go ahead and roll. This is going to be cumulative, so it's going to be a bit more each time.
Okay.
Okay, not so bad. That is just 3 points of piercing damage to start.
Okay. Minus
Okay.
3.
-3. All right. Round 2. Same
Round
saves in the
2.
same order.
Okay. I am not so strong.
Do you need a hand, Mum?
I
Alternatively, you can have someone attempt to help push it in for you and use their strength save instead.
Lux, are you particularly strong?
One sec, and he werewolves out. I think I got this, Mum.
I need you to hold no complete disregard for my well-being and push this in with with every ounce of might you have.
Okay, Mum.
I don't think I got this, Mum.
I'll try, Mum.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Lux, strength save.
I
And
get
then
these at
Zevi,
advantage
con
and
save,
wolf
sand
form.
save.
So.
Yep.
Let's see if I can get better than that. Ooh, not shabby.
15. Okay, not bad. Zevi, con save, sanity check. 22. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay. With that, Lux, you're able to. I would say that is able to push in like a good amount. Actually, you're able to get about another like, 4 some odd inches of the shard now buried a little deeper. I'd say it's about halfway now. More blood begins to pool out, but Zevi, you kind of grit your teeth and be a brave little soldier about it. You take
What a way to
I
put
am the
that.
bravest soldier.
you take
Bravest
5
soul.
points already reduced of damage.
5 points. I'm still looking good.
Okay. Your sanity save is good, so you don't suffer any present madness effects. However, with your low sanity check, you begin to hear the voices again. But you don't recognize these ones, Zevi. It sounds like an amalgamation, how it sounded before you met the previous occupants.
She'll call out some names. Zathrak, Markel, Kirith.
Those ones are still silent.
Okay.
But you do hear murmurs and netherese as you do call out those names. But no time to dwell on that now. Lux, strength save.
Just to double check, do I have any, like, other effects touching this damn thing?
Yeah, we're gonna worry about that later, though.
Oh, fun. Okay, here we go.
It's a secret
Yeah,
tool that'll help us later.
you are directly touching a shard of Atharia, so you are going to be having a fun time later.
Oh, I got advantage,
Okay,
though.
you have advantage.
Ooh.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Okay.
Whoa.
18. Okay.
Just occurred to me we probably could have just had Raycilia use telekinesis to push it in.
I don't think it gets, or does it have that much poundage on it?
Let me check.
Isn't telekinesis just like 10 pounds? It's just mage hand?
It's 10 pounds or 100 pounds per side point I spend for
I don't know how
one turn.
heavy this thing is.
Well, considering it's taking Lux's full strength and body to shove it in, and Lux at werewolf form's probably 200 pounds. it's the force
But I don't think that's a
resistance.
weight thing.
Well, yeah,
well,
but no, wait, it is weight, like, because that's what strength pushing down is adding extra weight to a power, right?
No, yeah, no,
Yeah.
no, I know.
Yeah.
That's why I went,
Okay. With that, Lux, you maybe get another few centimeters in at most with that roll.
I did as good as,
But-
as if he did their first
Yeah.
round, so that's okay.
Yeah, exactly. There is even more resistance though, which is why it's not as much as she wasn't able to get in
Yeah.
initially. Zevi con save. Yeah, you already did. Okay, let me.
If someone
We're not
only
all
had the
Daves.
ability to bless us, you know?
It's so true.
We Okay.
That's true, I could.
We're up to
There you go.
we're up to 46.
There, that'll
I'll
help
bless
for
the
the
two of them.
future.
You passed the con save. That is 9
Helps for a
points
minute.
of damage to you, Zevi. How you looking? I think you're still fine for now, right?
Oh god, they've only taken like 15 damage or less.
Yeah. She's looking pretty all right. She could take a few more of those.
Now we got D4s on our save, so you know that'll help.
That's true. That is true. You both are now blessed. Okay.
I bless Crane as well, just cause.
Just
Get
'cause.
someone
Oh,
else.
cheers, man.
Okay. Lux, strength save.
Before the next round, we'll offer a quick thanks
Nice.
to Locust
Ooh,
specifically.
and that's even before the D4.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, and I got D4 on top of that.
20.
Dirty 20.
That's actually really good.
I
Dirty
hope
20.
so.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Well, let's go ahead and get the other saves first before I get too ahead of myself. 21. Nice. Okay.
Plus a D4. So,
Plus a D4. Yeah.
that matters. I think it's a pass or fail thing.
That one is pass or fail. Yeah.
That's a check, so that doesn't get the D4.
Yes, that one does not get the D4, but the sanity save will.
The sanity save is kind of the important one.
Yeah. With the two previous low sanity checks, Zevi, you still hear this amalgamation of new voices. There's like, it's a bit jumbled, so it's hard to make out exactly what they're saying, but there's an overall air of like bated breath excitement that you can tell. Like, it almost feels like you're in the middle of a stadium of onlookers that are like trying to see like what's happening next in like their next big sporting event.
How much damage do I take, DM?
You passed, so this is, I think you're at 5d6 now. Half of that, 12 points.
I'm gonna hurl a third level healing word.
Ooh, okay.
Hey,
and
don't
for
worry.
exactly 12. You take no damage. You take no damage this time. Nice.
Yippee!
Not
No,
today,
no, no, no.
Fatharia.
As a small,
Oh,
as
okay.
a giant
And-
werewolf is just digging in a freaking shard into these.
Into his
Lux,
mother figure.
Yeah.
Lux, you get another about, I would say, 3 to 4 inches in. There is only just a little bit sticking out now at this point.
Important
Okay.
question. How close is he to touching the hole?
Huh?
How close is he to touching the hole?
Oh, he's He's pretty close.
So-
He's pretty close.
Because it's, I'm assuming at this point I have less of leverage of shoving, and it's more of like, you know, hitting a nail on the head.
Yeah, the only yeah, okay.
I was gonna ask, because of that, can Lux do like a martial arts kung fu chop so I can use my dex instead to get the last of it?
Sure, you will probably cut your hand off of it, so I'll have you take a little bit of damage from it,
Wait.
but you can do that.
Can Debbie put her hand over her chest and then have Lux like
Kung fu
I'm
chop?
prepared to take a little bit of yeah, but like basically so that he doesn't touch her void mark. Like so like
Oh,
she basically
yeah.
puts her hand there to serve as a barrier to try and like
Stop him from hitting
maybe
the mark. Yeah.
Part of the reason I was
Yeah.
doing the dex save too is because he was going to be able to pull away from it too, right? As opposed to shove it in full power. But yes.
Yeah, that's fair. Sure.
yeah, so
okay
Debbie will
then.
put her hand over her chest and say, Lux, for the last little bit, I will use my hand as a barrier, but do not shy away from hurting my hand. It is small in the grand scheme of things, she says, looking at the blood that's now pooling around her.
Okay, Mum. And,
Okay.
Kung Fu.
Yep. Deck save. Nice. Okay. Zevi, give me the final saves.
It's time, baby.
No, we got our D4 still.
That is true. 15.
25
Oh,
for
actually,
me.
wait, no. That was... Oh, sorry, 25.
I don't know if that made a difference or not, but...
It's able to get the rest of it in.
Ooh.
Any save. Ooh.
Don't forget your D4s.
That's true.
You need on the
But I don't
con
even know if
first,
12
so
can-
con is a 14. Ooh.
Okay, that
And a
fails.
2 and a 10.
And that also fails. Okay. Okay. Well, I hope you're ready for another heal there.
So,
this one's gonna hurt.
the Kung Fu shot succeeded at least, so at least it's over.
Yes. That is 20 points of piercing damage, Zevi.
She's gritting her teeth. She looks real bad, but she's up and smiling, I would say.
Smiling,
I
coughing
guess-
up a little blood.
For this one, he'll walk over and give her a 3rd level cure wounds.
Mhm. Okay. And Lux, because you had direct contact with the Shard of Athari, I need you to make me a sanity save at disadvantage, please.
What could possibly go wrong?
10. Okay. 6.
Don't forget your D4 now, you hear?
No, it's, yeah, I do have a D4,
Now
yeah.
you hear? 7. Okay. Alright. Lux. It's a Vatharia shard. Below a 10.
It is.
Okay.
It do be a Vatharia shard.
It do be a Vatharia shard. Alright, yeah. I'm gonna need you to roll in the Indefinite Madness table.
Yeah, do I have access to that?
I do. I'll roll it for you. Roll it, or you can roll a D100 and I'll tell you which one you get.
Fair
or I
enough.
can
Hey,
alternatively, I
there we
can
go.
roll it for you.
I got it, don't worry, I can roll the D100. What do I get?
86.
86 grants you. Oh wait, this is already really good for Lux.
Oh no.
You gain a new flaw, and the flaw
no.
reads this.
I can't take anything seriously. The more serious the situation, the funnier I find it. So he's just Lux! You don't even know it's happening!
That's so funny.
Like, this is unknowable! Like, you will not even know Lux is cursed!
That's so
This is
funny.
his coping mechanism!
Do I make you,
Well, you lucked out.
reroll?
No, but I think it's also
so
like
close to what-
situation.
Hmm.
It's situations where he might also be more concerned about things he still can't take seriously.
Yeah.
That's true. That actually is true. Okay. All
So
right.
how long does that
We'll
last?
keep it for now. That's
It's
Indefinite.
indefinite.
That's indefinite. Okay.
That's permanent. Yeah, that's permanent until you get Great Arrestoed from it.
Guess where you're
If we
not
ever figure it
dead.
out.
We're never gonna know this ever
Um,
happens because this is too close to who he is.
That's also true. Okay. You took your. Oh, he did a. Okay, so you only take 2 points of damage then. Zevi, as Atlas's Cure Wounds heals you for 18.
Yep. I did the math. I'm at 29 HP, which is pretty good considering.
However, as soon as the last bit of the shard enters your body, there is a very actually, to everybody else outside, I need you to make strength saving throws, as there is a shockwave that kind of booms from Zevi's body.
Oh, she's so picky about
Hey,
her
Crane, you're
room too.
blessed.
Oh shit, yippee! So everyone in the room?
Yes. So yeah, you're so blessed. So you're good.
I mean,
Oh,
I don't think I'm
Why
good,
did I
bro.
say it? Why did I say
Get the
it?
D4. Get the D4 in there.
I don't think it makes a difference, man.
Come on,
Look
get
at
the 7.
Can
Oh,
I
man.
try to use telekinesis to?
To what?
I don't know.
Jump over
Just
the
make your
shockwave.
just make your save, man. Just make your save.
Oh,
Fucking owie.
okay. So Lux, you're the only one that passes. Actually, wait. Atlas, roll your. Oh wait, no, you're not blessed. Never mind. Yeah. Okay. So.
Shu Fong also needs to make a save. I imagine Shu Fong's
wait.
here.
He is here. Yeah. Hold on. Let me get his character sheet out real quick. That is not a strong boy. I'm very excited to see what he rolls for this.
I didn't even roll my advantage table either. I rolled a 19.
He's a twink.
That's
What are you rolling? At one?
that is
Oh,
indeed a
fuck.
twink. That's a twink, all right. Okay, so Lux, you're the only
That's
one that.
Sevi's twink right there.
That's Sevi's twink right there. Lux, you're the only one that succeeds. Everyone else, as soon as the shockwave hits, it's kind of forceful, and you don't really see it coming. You all get knocked prone. No immediate damage though. It's just enough to like basically like push you like all of you about like maybe like 5 feet or so back, and then prone.
Lex starts laughing at
Sevi's so
everybody.
upset.
Oh, by the way, yeah, your room looks like a bomb went off in it. Like it's like
Yeah, she's
Like,
so upset. Immediately, she's not concerned about the people. She's like, oh, this will take forever to clean up.
papers are fluttering everywhere. Your potted plants get knocked over and soil gets all over the floor.
So for shits and giggles, just because I passed the save, would Lux at least be able to catch the potted plant?
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You're able to catch like one of the potted plants, or like maybe like 2 of them actually, on one side, but you sadly your hands are full, and there's another one on the other side of the room that still just like gets blasted to smithereens against the wall. But in the midst of this, Zevi.
Yeah, I still have a sanity save that I failed.
Yeah, so as the shard enters your body, your eyes change from their normal like glossy milky white to pitch black. And they roll back as your eyes close, and you collapse back first onto your bed, and begin to immediately start having a seizure. Everybody else that is... Oh, sorry. Should also mention, you are now unconscious. Stable, but unconscious.
From this season.
Everybody else, what are you doing?
Is it like full seizure? Like, am I foaming at the mouth?
Like, Essentially, yeah.
Cool.
Instead of foam, though, it's like more of like a like a purple starry ooze that's coming out of your mouth currently.
Purple foam.
Not hot.
Probably get the doctor, or any doctor, actually.
Okay. So you send like a text to Zeva.
If I have her number, sure.
Psst. Anybody that does, I imagine.
I
I mean,
Rosalia would.
Alice is here. Alice probably does. Maybe.
Oh, I mean, I would hope so.
Yeah. Would you send her a text then, Atlas?
I feel like his first instinct would be just to go into first aid as opposed to shooting a text message. So
No, that's completely fair. 100%.
if somebody wants to tell him to do it, he will. Otherwise, I'm going to do a medicine roll.
Sure, go ahead.
I might have her number from like when she took her blood or
Oh,
whatever.
from when?
Racelia might have her number.
Yeah, I did say that. But
Celia does not have her number.
Lux, you know what? This is a dead serious situation, and it's a perfect time for Lux's flaw to come out. As he's like, oh, look at that!
no.
Mom's going rabid!
Oh.
She really is just like me!
Aren't you in wolf form?
No.
I probably would have shifted back.
Fair.
I was no longer shoving the,
A 10 on the medicine check. Atlas, you were able to restrain her to keep the spasms down a bit. And you try to administer
restrain
like,
is what I want. I could just
Yep.
hold person her.
Well,
I don't know if that
could.
stops internal organ hemorrhaging.
yeah.
Something
Sad
happens
events.
in a seizure.
Yeah, I know, but,
I mean, it could if you seize hard enough. Yeah, but
You're able to administer like some very like basic medications, but you don't feel like what you're able to do here is quite enough. The
cool.
Hey, Rasilia!
I'll take her to
maybe you
the,
should go get your girlfriend here to help!
I'll take her to the. I'll just carry.
okay.
no.
Uh-oh, Nano's headset
no.
died. Christmas save. God.
Shut the fuck up. Don't you see this is a kind of dire situation here, Lux?
Ah, everyone's dying! It's just a riot!
Oh no.
Like, immediately, this could not have been the worst situation for this to occur. As Lux has a
actually
very,
true.
you know what? To be fair, Lux would have a very odd manic grin on his face. This is out of character even for him.
Yeah, this is strange. Lux, are you okay?
I mean, why wouldn't I be? My mom's about to be passing away, just like the dirty dog that I am.
Okay, this is weird. That he's
You want to make an
like,
insight
he's not-
check? Recently, yeah, even for Lux, this is insane.
It's probably something to do with the void. Something might have affected him. Because I feel like Lux normally panics when it comes to danger happening to, you know, Zebby. And not just laugh at the situation. Where the fuck is everybody?
Been panicked every other time.
Just looks over, looks over. Don't worry, Mum. You're blind. You'll never know all the blood on the carpet is everywhere.
Oh.
Yeah, something's definitely wrong with him.
I'd say that, like, yeah, I Alice, you said. Oh wait, no, that's right. He can't hear me. Did anyone hear if he said he was taking her directly to?
Yeah, he said he was taking
Yeah,
her to
he
the.
said we'll carry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In general.
in general.
Okay. Then I guess all of you are then going to just like walk, or not walk, run basically with Atlas there.
Lux will
In the
do
meantime,
cartwheels.
Hey, Lex, buddy, you
okay.
wanna play a game real quick?
Oh, sure!
She'll like take him off to show him like a mobile game or something while they, fucking take care of Zebby.
Oh, okay.
Um,
This is
Zebby.
just there's a right good time!
That's my name. What's up?
While you are unconscious, you awake to find yourself in a completely blackened dreamscape.
Looks familiar.
And you are no longer you're no longer blind though. Your eyesight has returned, and as you kind of blink to get an adjustment of your surroundings, the black kind of bleeds away, and you are standing atop a floor made of like a glassy mirror. You can see a reflection off of it.
She like looks down, examines herself,
Your
touches
hair
her
is
face a
stark
little.
white.
I look closer to what I remember.
You sure do, don't you? And as you kind of look out towards the direction of the voice, it's straight ahead of you. You see a woman in a stark black veil and dress hovering above the mirror.
Does it sound like Batharia?
It does. But not sharing your visage, sharing her original form.
You
Her
look like
face
you too.
unseeable across the pitch black veil. Although you can see like the faint glow of her white eyes from behind the veil, but that's like the only part of her face that you can even like begin to make out. She wears a crown of black obsidian that reaches like high into the sky. And she stands maybe at like 15, 20 feet tall.
You are taller than I imagined.
And she is going to lean down and take her finger and use it to like lift up your chin, and she will say, "We have a lot to talk about, you and I." And that's where I'm going to end tonight's session.
Woo!
Ooh.
With Lux going absolutely crazy, this is fantastic.
What's new?
Ah.
Thanks for the session, Josh.
Yeah.
Of course.
We can't make blind jokes anymore? This is despicable.
Wait, Josh, can I talk to you like channel